So this is in C, so let's see if we can find our way into C here. Okay, so C, we're going to play C scale. We're going to start on this C here. Find that C on the G string. We're going to play all the way up to this G. We're going to start by just playing all the way up to this G on the E string, this guy here. So here we go. We're just going to play the whole thing. Okay, start on the G on the E string. Here we go. Keep going. Open G. Okay. Because we're going to use all four strings on this tune. We're going to do some different bowing things. So that covers us for the first part, but the second part we've got some, we're playing across some chords in what might be called a circle of fifths kind of thing. And so we're starting out with an A chord on the A and E strings. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a scale to play, a little arpeggio to play. It's going to be A, open A, C sharp, open E, then G natural on the E string, and then the A on the E string. So it's going to sound like this. Just listen. Okay, try that. Now we're going to do that same pattern on the D and A string. Okay, so what we played first on the A and E would be like an A7 chord, is what it'd be called. And this is a D7 chord. Now we're going to do the same thing on the G and D. Okay, so now the next thing we have to learn is how to play this little double shuffle thing I did. Did you hear that? Listen one time. Okay. No, I'm not expecting you to do it, just listen now. Listen one more time. Okay, that's what we call the double shuffle in the hillbilly trick fiddling parlance. You know, that's the double shuffle. Okay, so what it is it's a three-note pattern, rotating three-note pattern that goes over the top of the measure 2/4. You know, this tune would be in 2/4 or 4/4. So it's this rotating pattern, and it's a three-note pattern. So the bow direction reverses every time, because it's only three notes, so you have to change the direction. So if we start right here and do, so if we start on this B, find this B, find this G on the E string, find the A on the E string. This lick works off of one note below staying the same, and you're rocking the bow and playing a different note on the higher string. So it's always, the pattern is 2 low, 1 high, 2 low, 1 high. So 2 on the string below, 1 on the string above. Listen to me do it, listen. So 2 on the B, pull the first one. So the first note on the E string, on the high, is going to be pull, because we're pulling the first one here. So it's, just do that. Okay. And then you stop. So listen one time. One more time. Beautiful. This is the advanced class, I can tell. This is the advanced class. Okay, so now we're going to move up and play two notes barred. Now let me talk about that for a moment. When you play a bar on the fiddle, you put your finger down in a place as if there was a string running between those two strings, and you're trying to hit that string. And you let the fat part of your finger cover both strings, rather than, you know, laying your finger down like you would on a fretted instrument. So you come straight down, you don't change your technique at all. So if I'm going to play, using my second finger, I'm going to play C with the G as a bar. Try that. Right on the A and E string. With the second finger. Yeah. Okay, so now listen to how that fits into what we're doing here. So it's going to be. There's all kind of things you can do. But, so let me play it in the context of the tune one time so you can hear how it fits in. Okay, not too bad. Okay, so let's just try now we have to learn the tune.
Yeah.
I taught you all the tricks and none of the tune, you know. So, and then that trick again appears like all the way through the second part. So we have to do that bow shuffle thing, okay? So the first little bit sounds like this, just listen. So we got a little chromatic thing, introduction. Time. And from there we're gonna go. Same pattern. So we'll start back again at the beginning. Listen one time. One more time. Listen to me. Listen one time. Here we go. Yeah, great. Okay, so let's see if we can. Now I've got a couple of transition notes I need to give you too. To get from sometimes here to there, you know, you need a little note. So just listen one time. You got this so far. So I keep the 16th notes going there. So listen one more time. Okay, try that. That last little bit as I'm giving you is. Now listen one time. So to get into that shuffle part, I do an open A. Stop again, stop one time. So it's open A, C, natural to B, and then you start the shuffle. Listen, listen. Try it from right, that open A to C, and then, okay, here we go. about that lick is every time you play 15 notes, it loses itself every time you're about ready to go through 2 bars of it. So you kind of have to either play 1 note long or have a connecting note, you know, because it's not, because the sets of 3 don't work out across the all the notes to the end. The pattern doesn't work out. So just listen to it one more time, how I get across and back to the other part. So I go back to that B once and then just do that. Start on that B and we're going to go to the C bridge little part. Listen one more time, listen. Start on the B, listen, just listen. So that's how you get, you know, back into the other time around. Let's try it again from the beginning. Wow, that's really great. That sounded really good.
You do have to cheat, so it's a B, you know, da 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 da. But the last one is only one of the lower ones.
That's right.
When you come to the end of the 2 measures.
And then you have to go down. You have to go up to the C.